Hello, friends. Welcome to yet another, this time, a very milestone episode of Tea Talk with me, Owen Fernandez. I wish you a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are. Today is a very auspicious day, 21/10/21, the 21st of October, 2021. Wow. We are today celebrating our 50th episode. Honestly, friends, without your support and backing, I would not have come this far. To be very honest, I was a bit apprehensive at the very thought of it first. But as the episode started rolling out and as we progressed, thanks, of course, to so many of you that encouraged me to continue via text messages, via personal calls, we have reached this significant milestone. We continue. However, I would like to mention a few people and honor them today publicly. But before calling out the names of a select few that stand out, I would first like to thank the Almighty God for keeping me in good shape, in good health, and helping me not to miss even one single episode. Special thanks to my wife, Sonia, and my daughters, Lisa and Vicky, who have been my greatest supporters. Truly, my daughters, Lisa and Vicky, have been my greatest supporters, praying every night that my streaming will go well without any technical challenges. A very special thanks goes to Meera Nahari for helping me with the scripts of the episodes. Thank you so much, Meera. A very big shout goes to the extremely talented Kayode Ogundipe, all the way from Nigeria. Now, this young man will go places, trust me. He raised his hand up somewhere at the end of April saying that, Dr. Owen, I would like to support you. How can I help you? And since then, he has been constantly showing up, helping me in various posters and various social media campaigns. Thank you so much, Kawade, from the bottom of my heart. I look forward to landing in Nigeria and giving you a very big hug. A big thank you to Martin Massar, my former student, to come up with this idea of Tea Talk with Owen. And of course, young Peter Bordage, a former student also, for being besides me rock solid all throughout and showing up almost in each and every episode. I guess he just missed one, and I'm sure he must have missed for some obvious reasons. Credit of supporting me also goes out to Andrew James in Toronto, Canada, Winnie Benjamin and Dr. Sonia Smith of the US, Adnan from Oman, Pratik Vyas from India, and of course, Jill Perkins, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, Jill, for showing up and supporting me. And by the way, friends, today, Jill celebrates her birthday. We wish Jill all the peace and happiness, and most importantly, good health. Jill, not only for today, but for the rest of your life. For those who do not know Jill, Jill has also contributed a chapter to my second book, Navigating Difficult Times, that is going to come out very soon. And of course, friends, thanks to each one of you, my well wishers, whose names I just cannot mention everybody here, but I do appreciate from the bottom of my heart. I see Peter on the call. Our topic for today is how to win over people. Now, friends, this topic was chosen to fulfill a special request from one of my well-wishers who wanted me to throw some light on how can we get along with people, how can people be a part of our network, how to choose them, how to make them like us, and so on and so forth. So, friends, episode number 50, how to win over people. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, and maybe today I will give you the liberty of picking up something more so that we could say cheers to this milestone, 50 and still counting. So take a comfortable seat, relax as we go deeper into this topic. Also, friends, if you're here for the very first time, come over to the chat box. Let us know from where you are watching us from. And if possible, if you would like to interact with me while I'm streaming live, be my guest. I see Sonia Fernandez. Oh, my wife, I think so. Vicky's on the line. Vicky says, Dada Owen. Wonderful, Vicky. Thank you so much for supporting me. I believe God has heard your prayers. God hears the prayers of innocent people, and I believe my children have really, really backed me in these 50 episodes by just supporting me, and I'm really proud of them. Wonderful. Thank you, Vicky, so much. Lisa is in school, so I can't talk to her directly. So let's get started, friends. And as usual, well, this time I'm not going to do something usual. I'm going to do something different. And I start with a different presentation. And this presentation comes from Martin Massar. When he used to work with me, he used to capture all my thoughts and put it visually in a form of a presentation. So when this well wisher decided to let me know that he would like to know something about how to win over people, I picked up from the archives, and I hope you will like it. So let's get started. Let me have a look at. Oh, Adnan is there. Jill, welcome, Jill. Happy birthday to you, Jill. Stay strong. I know there is a lockout in Melbourne and parts of Australia. Just stay strong. Okay. I've just managed to log on. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Pratik also has shown up. Friends, it's so wonderful to be connected for people from India, Oman, Dubai, Australia, USA, Nigeria. We are all global people. We have the power right now at this point of time in COVID to impact people right from the comfort of our seats in home or in the office. So let's get started. Friends, to succeed, you must know and learn how to connect and win over people. Now, I understand for some it may seem that they are born with it, but the truth of the matter is that anyone, I repeat, anyone can learn how to make every communication an opportunity to make a powerful connection. Now, friends, bear in mind that when it comes to sale, when we talk about sales, most people think about buying and selling of products and services. You're right. But know this that we all are in the business of selling every time. We sell our thoughts, we sell our ideas, we sell our opinions, we sell our perspectives, and whatnot. For any sales to take place, we need to influence the outcome. And we must be aware of the fact that people must know us, like us, and trust us in order to have a transaction with us. In short, you must win over people in all the three domains of knowing, liking, and trusting. And that too, very quickly, if you are connecting or if you're negotiating something with a stranger who doesn't know you. In fact, some people would decide it in the very first few seconds, not giving you another opportunity. As they say, first impressions always counts. So my question today is, how do we do that? So let's take a ride. As I said, this presentation is different as we are commemorating a milestone 50th episode. And when talking about Martin Massar, I came to know him through the sessions that we had, and he's a very high intuitor. So let's share his work. So I'm using this his gift and sharing it with you. So how do you win over people? The very first point, friends, is become genuinely interested in other people. It's not about you all the time. The previous episode number 41, 49, we talked about burying our ego. It's not about me, myself, my story. If you want to win over people, become genuinely interested in other people. Learn to ask certain questions so that they might feel comfortable. And of course, you don't have to introspect like a policeman, but be genuinely interested in other people. That's number one. Point number two is use one thing that cannot let anybody get angry with you, and that's a beautiful smile. Friends, don't underestimate the power of a smile. Humor is the essence of life, and everything good is associated with it, unless, of course, it is not black humor trying to make fun of people. So, first things first, take an interest in the other person, greet the other person, make the other person comfortable, and don't intimidate them talking about yourself and your things alone. And of course, it's always good to treat people with a smile. Point number three is call them by name. If there is one thing that I hold my class and my students anywhere in the world would actually confirm it, it's my ability, or in fact, my effort to remember them by their names, by their first names, in the very first half an hour of starting a subject or a session or a class with them. Friends, if there is one thing that you know is that people are very closely associated with their names. So don't call them like, hey, hi, if you are able to call them by names, suddenly you feel that you are attracting them and the barriers between two individuals just fall down, and call them by the right name, just in case if you're meeting them for the second time or you're meeting them in a meeting after a period of 15 to 20 minutes and they have introduced their names, you don't call them by somebody else's name. Call them by name. It's very close to the heart of every individual, because that's the thing that you live with till you die. So Peter Bordage says, "Hi, Owen, time has come for episode 50. Let us celebrate." Yes, definitely, definitely. Oh, Cowarday is also on the line. Thank you, Cowarday. So nice to be here, he says. Same here, Cowarday. So, friends, first, show some genuine interest in somebody else's life. Ask them certain questions so that they can just relax and feel good about you. Second, learn to smile. Now, when I'm talking about smiling, I'm talking about something that puts you in good light. Call people by their names, by their first names, if possible, because as I said, names are something that are very close to each and every individual. Point number four is be a good listener. No wonder the Creator has given us 2 ears and one mouth. If possible, friends, if you want to win over others, encourage others to talk about themselves, give them some room to express themselves so that they feel that, yes, they are sharing something with you. So be a good listener. Be a good listener. It's all about making an effort to listen more and read the subtle things that come out in conversations. And when you observe and listen, you immediately get the respect of the other person, saying that, yes, you're giving your time and your attention to that person in a conversation. Be a good listener. Most of us struggle in this area. We love to talk about ourselves, we love to express ourselves. We don't give enough of room and attention to the person that we are in a conversation with. So, how can you win over a person when you're not allowing him or her to express his or her ideas and putting yourself before them? Be a good listener. Point number five here is always talk in terms of other person's interest. What is she doing? Ask them what is their profession, where do they work, do they love their, so that when you ask them certain questions, of course there is an art of listening and there is an art of asking questions. Slowly and steadily you will find out that the person is more open to talk to you. As I said, they need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. Trust comes over a period of time, trust comes over a period of interactions. So, first things first, they need to know you and they need to like you. And when you start talking to them about them rather than you, putting them first rather than putting yourself first, putting down your pride, putting down your ego, and giving the other person enough room to express his or her ideas, greeting them with a smile, calling them by their first name, asking them about their interest, suddenly you will find out that you become a likable person and there is a high possibility that you could win over that person. And finally, number six, I'm not done yet. This is episode number 50. I've got something more to share with you. Sincerely make them feel important, appreciate them, and don't do it just to attract attention. Don't do it falsely. Be very sincere. If that person is wearing some good outfit, appreciate, tell them that you look good. Everybody needs a little bit of appreciation. Everybody needs to be accepted. Everybody needs to hear something good about themselves. So, why don't you take the opportunity and give it to them? Make them feel important and do it genuinely. Be authentic. That's how you make them feel that they can trust you, and that's how you win over people. So, in short, these are the six things. First things first, genuinely be interested in people. As far as possible, give an authentic smile. Try to remember names of people that you are interacting with. Listen to them, be empathetic, give them enough room so that they can speak out and share. Talk in terms of their interests, and finally, make them feel important. So you may say, Owen, yes, what about what should I do to make them like me genuinely? Friends, I have done a little bit of presentation, and again, I have used Martin Massar's expertise in coming out with this. So, have a look at this. How to win over people, in the sense, how to make them like you before making them trust you. So, the first thing is that in an interaction between two people, there is always a possibility that there could be a difference of opinion. Now, in situations like this, avoid arguments. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Arguments will never have a positive outcome. Disagreements are certain and happen all the time due to the difference in thinking. Friends, but it is how we handle these disagreements that makes the difference between resolution and indifference. I always say that it is okay to have a difference of opinion. Yes, it is okay to have a difference of opinion, but it is not okay to stay in the state of disagreement. Try to avoid arguments as far as possible. Number two is that show respect for others' opinion and never say you are wrong. Friends, if you want to win over people, if you want to make them like you, make them trust you, try to handle communication so that it doesn't disconnect, it doesn't disrupt. You should never tell the other person that they are wrong. Now, I have been at the wrong side many times, but we all evolve. Now, if you're doing this, stop it. Never tell the other person that they are wrong. A great skill to have, especially in avoiding arguments, is to respect other people's opinions. When we tell someone that they are wrong and neglect their opinion, friends, we are basically insulting them, even without realizing it. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I say everyone is entitled to their opinion. If you're open to others' opinion and listen to them carefully, we can come to some sort of common ground and have a good, healthy discussion instead of an argument. The moment an argument takes place, it's very difficult for anybody to like you and thus to trust you. Show respect for others' opinion and never say that you are wrong. Another aspect to win over people and make them like you is that if you are wrong, admit it, and admit it quickly. People often think that being wrong is a sign of weakness. This is incorrect. It's a part of being human. I've said in my previous episodes many times, we are perfectly made imperfect, and we are bound to fail. We are bound to be wrong at some point of time. So if you're wrong, quickly admit it and do it genuinely. Another aspect of winning over people and helping them in the process of liking you is begin in a friendly way. Exchange pleasantries. Say hi, hello, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Your goal is to build rapport. So always use a friendly and a neutral tone and a specific pitch while speaking. Just don't go around making yourself important. Also, carry a relaxed posture which shows that you are calm and you're ready to have any kind of discussions, friendly or business wise. So, begin in a friendly way. If you have got any comments about whatever I'm talking about, and if you've got something to share, please go to the chat box. You're more than welcome to engage with me while the streaming is on. While the streaming is on. Another point to remember, especially when you're trying to win over people and wanting them to like you for whatever reason, get the other person to say yes, yes immediately. Now, what do I mean by that? Talk about common topics where you can get in their buy in. Almost everyone has got an opinion. Almost everyone has got different perspectives, whether in relationships with friends, families, or even with strangers. However, when we try to find out commonality and when we try to build on that commonality, 1%, 1%, 1%, slowly and steadily, then we are building common ground to agree. And then this sets a different tone to the conversation, whatever you are trying to influence the outcome. Get the person to say yes to certain aspects without disrupting the train of thoughts. Be in the lane where you can walk together, which means to say that you can work together, which means to say that you can know each other, which means to say that you can influence each other, which means to say that you can like each other. And finally, that will result in trusting each other. Try to get the buy in, try to develop a rapport. Another very important aspect of helping you to win over other people in any conversation is let the other person do a great deal of talking. We spoke about it. Now, friends, this is what I call empathy. When we listen carefully to someone while they are talking and don't interrupt them, we are basically signaling to them that they have something important to share and we respect them for whatever they want to talk and share. When we allow them to speak completely, we are encouraging them to share their thoughts and ideas. And as I said, we are giving them a place to feel secure and comfortable. Once they are comfortable around you, you will be able to establish a more open and honest relationship with them, whatever that could be. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. For anything to happen between you and them, let the other person do a great deal of talking. Now, sometimes in a conversation, whether it is regarding sale or whether it is regarding some sort of acquaintance or whether it is regarding building a relationship, learn this. Let the other person feel that whatever they are talking, whether it's explaining something, whether it's selling an idea, whether it's sharing a thought, give them the benefit of doubt. Let the person feel that the idea is theirs. Why? Friends, people tend to feel passionate about their ideas as compared to anybody else's ideas. So when they share the idea, they want the other person to validate it by saying it's good. Now, I don't want you to be fake. I want you to simply respect. Maybe they are coming out from a level of awareness not as high as you. So, what do? If you want to bring them on board, you've got to touch them at the point of their understanding and slowly and steadily lift them up. That's what influence is all about. That's what leadership is all about. They want to feel validated, they want to feel respected for the ideas. Whatever the idea is, however good or bad it is, try to ask questions. By asking questions and providing suggestions, friends, it is often possible to help someone come to the conclusion that the idea was their own. Now, what am I trying to say is that give them small victories. Give them small victories if you want to establish some sort of influence, some sort of developing some sort of relationship with them. Also, try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Think about from where he or she is coming. In order to have an effective relationship, one of the key skills is to have the ability to see things from the other person's point of view. While this is called empathy, you've got to exercise emotional intelligence. This skill will make the person feel important and understood, which means to say that you're giving respect, you're giving a place of security, you're giving a platform to develop trust. When you understand why someone has that certain point of view, the goal becomes more about what is right than about who is right. As I said, bring people on board, carry people with you. Another point that I would like to share is be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. As I said, it's not about you. When you want to win over people, make them feel important. Now, genuinely make them feel important, not fake. Be sympathetic to others' ideas. When we put ourselves in someone else's shoes and look at their point of view, we will be able to have a positive understanding and interaction instead of a conflict or an argument. And as I said before, talk something about commonality. And what more than talking about some nobler motives that are connected to each other? Friends, we all think with our mind, but we always make decisions with our hearts most of the time. So when there is a common initiative, like when you are deciding on, oh, I like to help the poor, oh, I like to be generous, oh, I like this initiative, I like this non-profit, oh, I love to do these things to help people around. When you have this common vision and common shared vision, and when you agree on that, suddenly you find yourself connecting with each other far more rapidly than indulging in any subject that could have a possibility to divide you. And last but not the least, if you do want to make an impression in order to win over somebody, try to dramatize your idea. Now, what do I mean by that? In order to get your idea noticed, in order to get your thought being caught by the other person, you should present it in a form of a story or in a form of something that adds value, maybe humor or a little drama so that it gets noticed. Now, this is an art by itself. When presenting ideas in a unique way, you will be able to stand out and get a better chance of getting noticed and having that idea accepted. And if you're doing all these things, and if you want an opportunity to meet that person or connect with him or her further in order to consolidate the first the first point of contact, why don't you throw down a challenge or trigger some energy so that the person will come back to you and say, hey, listen, we have decided that we're going to find out. You told me to do some research out here. You told me to check out certain things out here. You told me that you wanted some more information about here. Throw down a challenge so that these people can come back and connect with you. So there are various ways, friends, to win over people. Always carry people on board. Now, you may ask me, Owen, why? Why should I? There are various reasons, friends. There are various reasons to do that. And I'll share some of them right now as we summarize and bring this episode 50 to a finish. I pick up a quote from Carnegie, who writes in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence Others. He says, you can make more friends in 2 months. I repeat, he says that you can make friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Think about it. We spoke about burying our ego in the last episode itself. We talked about the ego, falling in between the ID, the identity, and the superego. We talked about ego says, I am important. Ego says, it's me, it's my vision, my ideas. And that's the reason why we have, this word called egoism. We have this egocentric. But when you're talking about relations, when you're talking about communications, when you're talking about winning people, you've got to win their hearts as well. Why? Because, friends, people are insecure. Give them confidence. Friends, people want to feel special. Sincerely compliment them from the bottom of your heart. People desire a better tomorrow. Yes, we all desire a better tomorrow. Show them hope. People need to be understood, especially in times like this when they are going through different challenges. Listen to them. Also, know human beings by nature are selfish. So, address their needs first. Friends, people also get emotionally low. Encourage them, lift them up. And last but not the least, people want to be associated with success. Help them win. I wouldn't have come to this stage of putting up 50 episodes if I would not have met all the people that I have mentioned. Support me morally, emotionally, standing by me, saying continue. And of course, remember the golden rule: treat people as you would like to be treated yourself. Friends, thank you so much for watching this special episode, episode number 50. You will find the references of what has been shared at the end of this talk. Feel free to use them further for your personal growth. I see Nandini, Nandini from Malaysia. Wonderful, Nandini. It's good to be on the call. A big hello to you all the way from Slovakia to Malaysia. Thank you so much. Peter Bodha says, totally life changing tips for people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Friends, once again, if you liked this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. There you will find this video as well as many other videos. And I'm sure in the collection of 50 odd videos that are on my YouTube channel, something would connect with you, something would relate to you at the point of where you are in life. Or maybe if you know somebody that can take some sort of help or assistance by watching these videos, please do so. Remember, the win is always within you. I, Owen Fernandez, am here to help you be victorious. Friends, honestly, I love and I enjoyed these episodes. Though, as I said, it was challenging before. Now I really look forward to Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'll continue as long as I can. As I said, I'm here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. So, as I part, stay safe. See you on the next episode on Tea Time with me, Owen Fernandez. God bless you. Bye for now.